Okay, so there are three planes for separation of all the schemes of library classification. The various authors or Dr. S.R. Raghunathan also has suggested these three planes, that is idea plane, verbal plane and notational plane. So we have seen what is idea plane, verbal plane and notational plane, and we have also seen some basic concept and the terminology, that is what is meant by universal original. So once the class to which all the other classes will hang, so based on this universal original universe we can hang or we can create a different classes, and that's why this is called as a original universe. So we have taken the example also, like student in the classroom. So if you want to classify the student, then in the classroom, then all the students will be the original universe from which we can create a different classes. Then we have seen the concept of unitary class. So class containing one and only one entities. So here the students are girls and the boys, but we are taking only here the one entity, that is called as the unitary class. Okay. So a boy in a classroom is a boy is a unitary class, so from which only one class will we can see it. Okay, so that is called as a unitary class. Then the next concept is multiple class. So multiple classes means the various concept means various it consists of two or more entities. So more entities will be there. So instead of boy, then boys will be there. So all boys will be there in the multiple class. Then we have seen the groups. So group is a sub aggregate of the entities formed by the division of the universe. So groups of a boy by age. So any character according to any characteristics we can make a different type of groups. So here age will be the characteristics, and based on that we are creating a different groups. So that is called groups. After grouping it, then that group we are arranging in the definite sequence. Okay, so for that if we are using the age according to the age of the boys, then boys are arranged increasing order of their age. Okay, so like 10 years old boy, then 12 years old boy, like we can give the ranging also in the sequencing or in the ranking. So that is called as a ranking. Then class we have learned. Class means a ranked group is called as a class. So one group is called as a class. So here like 11-year-old boy or 11-year-old, whatever 11-year-old boys are coming, that will come into the one group. So that is called as a class. But generally we are saying it is a group, but it is not exactly from technical terms, it is a class. Okay, then we have seen the characteristics. Characteristics means from which we can divide the different classes. So we have seen that age is the characteristics by which by means of which we are dividing the different classes. Like it depends on the purpose of the classification, like what will be the height. Suppose if you want to choose for the sports, then what will be the height of the student, you can take these characteristics. If you want to choose the student for any class competitive examination or other examination, or like essay competition, and then anything which is related with the qualification, then you can choose the characteristics as the qualification will be the characteristics. Then we have also seen what is mean by the array. Array means classes derived from the universe by single characteristics. So based on the single characteristics, if we are subdividing it, then it is called as a array. So first array in the first sequence, then second array in the second sequence. So like this. So if we are dividing according to the height of the boys, then the array, what array we can create? Short, medium, and tall. So we can make a different classes here in the form of array. Then what will be the chain? So chain will be the classes having linear kinship, and that is we have seen this chain also. And based on the chain, you can see the once we go into the depth of the subject, then it will called as a chain. So in array, what happen in array generally, the extension of the subject will be more, the broader, the subject will be broader. But here once you go into the depth of any concept, then it is called as a chain. So in library science also you can take the example, for example library science, then you are going into the depth of library classification, then you are going into the depth of the DDC. So it will create one chain, and for chain it is necessary the link should not be missed. Like for example we have taken yesterday the example, like world, Asia, India, Maharashtra and Nagpur. So once you say that Maharashtra, then India should be there. Okay, in Asia it may be difficult to find out the Maharashtra, but once this you link with this particular link, then there is a means a relationship in between all the links. Okay, so different in world, different continents are there, like we are taking Asia, then different countries are there, and then different states are there, and then different districts are there. So that is called as a chain once we go into the depth of the subject. Okay, then scheme for classification. It is a scheme for classes filled with terminology and the notation. So for this scheme of classification, three planes are very important. That is idea plane, then terminology, that is called as a verbal plane, and the notation, that is called as a notational plane. So we have seen all this plane also. So three planes which work together, and in idea planes the ideas are generated, and how the ideas are generated through various type of observation we can generate the ideas, and that ideas can be systematically represented with the help of the language. Okay, so once we are systematically represented, then it becomes the systematic ideas, or ideas means it becomes a knowledge. So why the idea plane is very important? Because it will create the new subject, and it will create the new chain, and we know the subject. Okay, or whatever the unknown facts are there, we can know with the help of this idea plane. Okay, so here idea plane also controlled for the notational plane and the verbal plane, and it will also recognize the number of emerging and the unknown subject or unknown fact also. So idea plane is very helpful for generating the new ideas and for generating the new concept. Okay, then what will be the importance we have also seen. And the verbal plane. Okay, verbal plane is a plane, it is in the second steps in any library classification process, and it works to express the idea in words and terms. So whatever ideas we have generated in the idea plane, that idea should be means should be what we can say, should be represented in the form of terms. Okay, or should be represented in the form of terminology, or we should give the name, we should give the name of ideas in order to communicate the particular ideas with another. So for that verbal plane is very important. And once we give the ideas, once whatever the ideas we have created in the idea plane, then the verbal plane will work. So in verbal plane, what happen? In verbal plane, we are providing the terms, we are providing the terminology for the particular concept. Okay. So verbal plane is also important, and it is based on the individualization of the thought content. So in verbal plane, many Dr. S.R. Ranganathan or even Dr. Barvik Sears, they have considered this terminology as the classification expressed in the class names or term. And the terminology, whatever terminology we are using it, so it may be a technical term, it may be very popular term, it may be unambiguous terms also, or whatever the term we are following it, it should be also consistent. Okay, it means we should not change the term very frequently, because once we are habitual with that particular term, then or technical term, then we should not change it for other classification scheme. So verbal plane is very important here for expressing the idea plane into the terms or into the concept. So verbal plane is having the four canons, which we can see in the next period what type of canons are there for each plane. So idea plane is also having some canons, then verbal plane is also having some canons, and the notational plane is also having some canons. So what is mean by notational plane? Notational plane means for classification scheme, we are using this notational plane, and in notational plane, whatever in verbal plane we have given the terms for the specific concept, and that term should be represented by the artificial language. Okay, so that is called as a notational plane or notation. So notation means simply it is a symbol through which we can represent the subject. So how the words are replaced by the symbol, for what purpose we are using the words, we are replacing the words by the symbol, because word is having some limitation to for arrangement. Okay, and that's why we have to use some type of symbols for representing the subject, and library classification is basically to represent the subject. For the notational plane, it is very means necessary to represent the subject with the symbol. So that is called as the that work we are doing in the notational plane. Okay, so here we can use some artificial language, we can use some ordinal digits also, and that will be very helpful for arranging the documents and the resources. Okay, and for that it is very for classificatory language, ordinal number we have also seen once Dr. S.R. Raghunathan has given the definition, and there are also three important approaches he has suggested, that is artificial intelligence, ordinal digits or ordinal number, and the subject specific subject analysis. Okay, so in library classification we have seen that particular concept of Dr. S.R. Raghunathan, and here in notational plane, numbers through numbers or through alphabets also we can use this in the notational plane, where the concepts are represented by the numbers or even the alphabets or even the alpha numbers also, we can represent the concept. So what will be the advantage once we do it all the planes? Then what will be the advantage? Because we can do it separation of the work in three planes, and which will allow for the fluid development of this plane. So once we separate it all these planes, then it will be very easy to develop the canons also. Okay, so yesterday till there we have seen already yesterday, but just I wanted to repeat it so that you can understand it. And we are here yesterday, practical classification. So Dr. S.R. Ranganathan suggested this practical classification, means how to do exactly the classification.